Facebook, what's up? Welcome to another edition of J Spot, episode number 10. We on episode number 10. We doing them numbers. Salute to all those who tune in each and every week. I appreciate you all from the bottom of my heart. I can't do this without any of y'all. So, I want to start off with that. Salute. All my day one followers, all my day one people who share, who post my episodes to their wall, who support the movement. I appreciate you guys once again. Thank you. More weeks to come. We're going to be hitting those A1 deep topics, talking about stuff that other people won't talk about on the air. So, I'm just happy to be here. I'm happy to be here. As long as you guys support me and keep pushing me and, holding me down with your questions and your ideas, even whether it's emailing me or, hitting me on my inbox on Facebook. I appreciate you guys. Salute. Well, tonight's episode, episode number 10, we're going to pretty much, we're going to get a little deep. This one is like, you could say for the fellas, for the men out there who check in, who tune in each and every week. This topic, I want to see, where y'all heads is at. But, the topic for tonight, pretty much is, would you want your daughter to date a man like you? Like, that's the topic. Like, would you want your daughter to date a man like you? Now, I'm going to give people some time to, get up here. It's 8:37 right now. But, yeah, I want to know, like, would you want your daughter to date a man like you? Now, if you know you are a good for nothing, excuse my language, a piece of shit, a man who got like 5 girlfriends, a wife, like a piece of shit. If you know you are that type of man, close your eyes and can you picture your daughter dating someone like that? Bringing a man like that home to you, and you're the father. Like, how would you react to that? Like, how would you swallow that pill? Because that's a tough pill to swallow. Because you already know you doing other women out there doing them dirty, treating them like shit. But now the tables turn because your daughter bring a man home and he's everything like you. Like, he's everything like you. So that's a tough pill to swallow. Like, how do you handle that? So, like, I want to hear them comments. I want to know where y'all heads is at. Ladies, you, of course, y'all could join in, throw some questions out there, some comments. However, like, I want to hear, how would you handle that? Fellas, how would you handle that? But, like I say every episode, at the bottom of the screen, if you could click that share button so we could share this episode to all your Facebook friends, have people tune in, have people see what the hype's about, every Tuesday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I'm gonna give it a little bit more, let people, tune in. so they could catch this heat rock topic. And we're gonna see what y'all got in mind. Like, you know where y'all head is at. Cause me personally, it's like, when you have a son or sons and you're a father, of course, you cheer your son on, so to speak. Like, your son come home and be like, "Oh, Dad, I got one girlfriend in math class, and I got another girlfriend in social studies class, another girlfriend in English class." A part of you as a man, like we keeping this 100. Like Jay's spot, we keeping it 100, uncensored. It's whatever. We keeping it real. Like, we don't need to sugarcoat anything up here. But as a father, you going like, yeah, son, like, word. You got a girlfriend in that class, this class. Okay, you doing your thing, son. And you give your son a little high five. You tell him, yeah, son, do your thing. That's fathers for their sons. But now you have a daughter, and your daughter comes home, and your daughter is pretty much telling you like, yeah, daddy, yeah, this guy in my class, he likes me. Me and him talking. We trying to see where this go. Now, you as a father, in the back of your mind, you like what? My daughter has a what? A who? Now, you don't know this boy from a hole in the wall. He could be a good guy, a good kid. He could be a piece of shit. You don't know him, but right off the back, you get defensive and you like, what? No, you too young to be dating, baby. You too young, da-da-da, this, that, and the third. And she's really feeling this dude, this child, this boy. I'm sorry. She's really feeling this boy. But now because you as a father, you know how you operate. You know how you move. You know how you used to move. You're automatically defensive because you're scared. You're like, what? Nah, baby girl, nah, you too young to be dating. You too young to be this. You too young to be that. Blah, 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 blah. Because off the back, you already know, like, this dude could be a piece of shit. He could be trying to just smash your daughter and then keep it moving. And then, your daughter gets all in her feelings. She feels like she's in love. She's doing crazy things for this young boy. And then next thing you know, he up and leaves her and plays her. And now you got to pick up the pieces to your daughter's heart. Like, you got to pick up those pieces. Salute, Brown. What's up? Thank you for tuning in again. Episode number 10. Thank you. So, you pretty much, when your daughter gets heartbroken, he smashed your daughter. He did everything in the book to your daughter. And your daughter's hurt. And she, she comes to look to you. She comes to look to you for comfort because she's heartbroken. But now, wait a minute. You used to do the same thing to other women. So it's like, what answers you have to give your daughter? Like, how do you mend that broken heart? Because when you think about it, nobody mended those women that you hurt. Nobody mended those previous women that you dogged. Nobody hurt those previous women that you used for their last savings. So it's like, how do you fix your daughter's heart? So that's where we at with this topic. Like, would you want your daughter to date a man like you? Now, if you doing wrong, doing women dirty, this, that, and the third, it's a possibility it's gonna come back. Because, like they say, what goes around comes around. So it's a possibility that it's gonna come back around. And your daughter going, get heartbroken, and then next thing you know, you gotta be the one to fix it. That is a very good question. There is an old saying that says to a man, it states that your sons will grow up to be just like you, and your daughters will grow up and marry men just like you. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? I mean, really and truly, Brown, like, it's like 50-50. And the reason I say that is, your sons, like I stated earlier, I don't know if you caught it. I don't know if you were tuned in, but it's like I said earlier, like, a father has a son, and his son come home and like, yeah, daddy, I got girls in this class, that class, that class. Now you feel he's following behind you. He's following in your footsteps. So you like, yeah, son, yeah. Yeah, that's my boy. That's my boy. You got all these women in the classes, do your thing. But then you have a daughter now, and she grew up in, like you said, Brown, like she married someone that's just like you. So now you all the way doomed. And that's why I say it's 50-50, because you all the way doomed, because in your past, you dogged women. You did them dirty. You know this woman you was kicking with had like $5,000 to her savings, and you wiped out for everything. So it's like you scared now, because it's like she married someone that's just like you, and you see this man, you meet this man, and you see yourself all the way in this man's eyes. Like when you look in this man's eyes, like you see in his soul, and you like, yeah, he's just like me. He gonna do my baby girl dirty. He gonna probably wipe her out. So it's like I said, it's like what goes around comes around. So like you said, is that a good thing or a bad thing? I mean, it's 50-50. Because like I also said, like if you have a son, he following up behind you, that's the 50 part. But then you have a daughter, and she bring a man home and marry him, and he's just like you, and that's the other 50 part, because everything you did to women in the past, all them 10, 15 women in the past that you dogged, it might just take that one man to come into your daughter's life and ruin her. Like, break her heart, do her dirty, drag her through the mud, possibly give her a child or two, and then don't be there to take care of that child. And then you can't really be hurt, or you can't really want to hurt this man because you did it to other women. So how would it look if those other women, brothers or uncles or cousins or father, come and hurt you? So it's like I said, it's like what goes around comes around. What goes around comes around. Now, for me, would I want my daughter to date a man like me? No, I wouldn't. And the reason I say that, I would want my daughter to date someone better than me. And not saying, I'm not a good man or nothing like that. Not saying that, but I would want her to date someone better than me. Someone that could give her the possibility of the world. Not saying me as her father, I wouldn't give her the world as well, but someone that will give her the world and won't make her cry, won't hurt her, will be there for her unconditionally, no matter what they go through. So, no, I wouldn't want my daughter to date someone like me. I would want her to date someone better than me. 10 times better than me. True, there is a double standards. Many men feel it is okay for them to do it to women, but they don't want a man to do anything harmful towards their daughter. I believe many men would not want guys to mistreat their daughters. I mean, it is a double standard. It is. Because it's like, you doing it to these women, but now it comes back to your daughter. So now you feeling hurt. You want to hurt the man, but you did it to other women in the past. So why those women in the past, brothers or uncles or fathers, then come and try to, not fathers, but father, then try to come and hurt you? So it is. I mean, this world we live in is just all the way screwed up and crazy. Because the reason I say that is because You know, you could be telling women that walk past your block in your neighborhood, oh, you try to holler at the girl, she turn you down. Oh, you slut, you bitch, you hoe, you this, that, and the third. But now let it happen to your mother, your sister, your nieces. You ready to grab your gun and go out there and hurt somebody. But then you're not thinking about what you just did to those women that walk past your neighborhood like yesterday or the day before yesterday. And that right there is a double standard, because it's like you did it to these women, so now someone do it to your women in your family that mean the world to you or they're close to you, and you ready to kill somebody. It don't work like that. Like, what goes around comes around. Me, I would like a daughter to date a man like me. I have good morals, values, and I'm positive. I'm far from perfect, but I'm a good dude. Everyone has flaws, though. You're right. Everyone do have flaws. Everyone do have flaws, but not everyone, like you just said, have good morals and values and are positive. Because I have some male friends, like, they have daughters, and the morals they be teaching their daughters and the values they teach their daughters, I'm like, I can't say nothing because, it's not my daughter, so I can't say but so much. I can't even say anything. It's not my daughter. It's not my kid. But I look at them and it's like, why did the man up above give you a daughter? He should have gave you a son. Because these things that you're teaching your daughter and these morals and these values is like all the way wrong. But like I said, I can only speak for myself, and I can't tell, I can't tell nobody else how to raise their child. So that right there, I keep my mouth shut. I don't say anything. But with this day and age, nowadays, like, I'm noticing, well, I've been noticing this from young. I'm noticing, like, men, they would do all the dirt in the book. And they would not think about it's a possibility in the near future you're going to have a daughter. So all of this that you're doing to this young lady, like you're taping her, you're like you videoing her or whatever, and then next thing you know, you going out there and you blasting her, you putting her on Facebook, you putting her on Instagram, you putting her on Twitter. It's a possibility that you're gonna have a daughter. And when someone do the same thing you did to those women in the past, someone gonna do it to your daughter, if not more. If not more. Like, they're gonna break your daughter down. Like, they're gonna dog her. They're gonna dog her. Now, it was a movie that just came out last year. No, maybe 2006, 2015. A Perfect Guy, I think, or a perfect something. But it was with Michael Ealy and I believe Sanaa Lathan and Sanaa Lathan and Morris Chestnut. I think it was A Perfect Guy or perfect something. But I say all that to say this, that, she dated Michael Ealy. She turned him, she dated Michael Ealy. It didn't work out. So now, he was a computer whiz, basically. So he broke into her apartment. He videoed her and Morris Chestnut, having sex. So now what did he do? He got back at her by sending that to her job. He sent that to her job, and her job, I believe, fired her or something like that. So, like, you have some men out there that's, like, downright ruthless. Like, if you play them, you shit on them, and they have just a video of you, it's a wrap. It's a wrap, because they might not care what happens. Like, you could get them locked up, you could get them prosecuted, you could do everything in the book, but it still remains like they released that video of you. So now people at your job seeing it, your friends seeing it, your parents seeing it, your family members seeing it. So it's like, you got to be real careful with who you do videos with. You got to just be careful who you let into your heart, basically. You really got to be careful, because men out here nowadays ain't playing fair. And you have some women out here that's not playing fair. So it's scary. It's really scary. Now, with this topic, also, I was talking to a few, a few coworkers or whatever the case may be, and a lot of my male coworkers, they were like, "Yeah, I wouldn't mind my daughter dating a man like me." Now, the thing that bugs me out is some of the stories, they told me. I'm sorry, some of the stories they told me in their past. It's like you would want your daughter to bring a man home just like you, and like we was really debating about this. Like we really were debating about this because they were trying to tell me, yeah, they don't have a problem with it because if the man hurt their daughter, they're gonna hurt the man. But it's like, how can you say that? How can you feel that way knowing you dogged other women in the past? Now, some of my coworkers, you know what their answer was? Oh, I dogged them, but I was still there. I was still good to them. I was still loyal to them. Like, for real? Like, do you hear what you're saying? Like, you still humiliated that woman. You still dogged her. You still played her. You still had her feeling like she was the only one in your life when you had 4 other women in the past. You had 4 other women that you were dealing with at the same time. So how is that still being loyal to them and being good to them and being there for them and this, that, and the third? Like, I don't get it. I really didn't get it. And I was looking at them like, yo, y'all serious? And they was dead serious with me. They were dead serious with me. And I'm just looking at them like, yo, y'all wildin'. Y'all wildin'. Now, for me, I'm going to teach my daughter to not date a man who, of course, don't have nothing going for himself. Like, basically, Brown, like what you said, like, I'm going to teach my daughter, like, good values, good morals, what signs to look out for when it comes to dating men, like, to know that they're playing around with you or they're going to play you or they're going to fool around with your feelings. Like, I'm going to teach my daughter or my daughters everything they need to know about men. Everything. Like, my daughter is going to be, like, so on guard. Like, she might not even trust the man if he tell her his name is such and such. Like, I'm going to put that fear in her and teach her, not really fear, but I'm going to teach her, like, believe actions more than just words. Like, if he say his name is this, that, let me see some ID. Because nowadays, like, that's how you got to be with some of these people out here. Like, you got to see ID, and it's crazy because the game is so messed up and this generation is so screwed up that a person could tell you their name is A and B when it's really C and D. And it's like people will lie about the littlest things. The littlest things people out here will lie about. The littlest things. And I've seen it done, and like it's crazy. It's really crazy. It hurts because it's like I said, what goes around comes around. So you doing all of that, and it's a possibility it's going to come back to you and it's going to hurt you. Or if it don't come back and hurt you, it's going to hurt your daughter. Or it could hurt your son. Like, your son could get with a female and she could dog him and hurt him. Break him down bring him down to his knees. To the point it's a possibility he don't even want to mess with women anymore. Like, he's so hurt by that one true love that he thought was a true love. Like, he's like, yo, I don't even want to mess with women anymore. But it's real out here. Like, it's really real out here in this world, and it's only getting worse. People feel when they do something, it is okay, but when people outside of your community or your relationship, it is wrong. Just like how black people call each other nigga and we feel it is okay, but when outsiders do it, we are ready to fight. That's true. Many men may dog out women because they don't feel the pain, because they may not be a real, there may not be a real connection, but your daughter is a connection to a father, and usually a daughter is a man A man heart, so you will be protective or overprotective. So when another man dogs out a man's daughter, it really hurts and it is painful. No father wants to see their daughter hurt or in any pain or in pain. I mean, you're right. You're absolutely right. And I think that's the thing with me. I'm gonna be too overprotective with my daughter, like too overprotective, because I see some fathers out here. They let their daughters do what they want. They let their daughters do what they want, and I be like looking at them like, yo, you ain't gonna check her. You ain't gonna check on her. You ain't gonna yo. She getting grown. I'm gonna let her do her thing. But it's like you can't do that nowadays. Back in the 90s, maybe you could slide with letting your daughter, like, you know, hang out late with her friends and stuff like that. Maybe. But now in this time and era, you can't. Because they hanging out late like that with their friends, and you don't know if they're really with that female friend. Yeah, when they come to you, yeah, they're with their female friend, but the next thing you know, when they leave, they going to meet up with this dude or these dudes, and then next thing you know, it's a possibility your daughter getting a train ran on her. And that's another thing too, like why fathers need to step up to the plate and be in their daughters' lives. Be in their children's lives, period. Period. But with a daughter, like, you need to be in your daughter's life, and you need to teach her teach her the right things. Teach her the right morals. Teach her the right values. Teach her not to be so easy and so gullible and to believe any and everything a man tell her. Like, that's why I say I'm gonna be a real overprotective father, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that, but at the same time, I'm gonna let my daughter, breathe. I'm not gonna be on her back like 24/7. I'm gonna let her breathe, because what happens when you're on your daughter's back 24/7? When she get out there and get a little time, like, she's gonna run wild. Like, if you give her 10 minutes to go to the grocery store, she's gonna take that 10 minutes and abuse it. She gonna be like, yeah, my daddy gave me 10 minutes. She gonna run, probably screw two dudes, or probably screw a dude. And all that stems from, you not giving her no room to breathe. So yeah, I can admit I'm gonna be an overprotective father for my daughter. I can admit that. But at the same time, like, I don't want her to be hurt. Just like my son, I wouldn't want my son to be hurt. Or for that matter, any kids I have, I wouldn't want them to be hurt, because getting hurt is not a good feeling, especially if you don't know how to deal with pain and you don't know how to deal with hurt. It's not a good feeling. Like, you have some children out here, they'll get hurt to the point they committing suicide. And that's real. That's real. Like, you have children out here, like, they will get hurt and go out there and commit suicide because they feel like, they got played. They did everything to keep that person happy, and then that person just up and played them. It's true. It's really true. So, like, if you as a father, if you know you're living wrong and you dogging women, you treating them like shit, excuse my language, and you don't have no daughters yet, like, it's never too late to change. It's never too late to change, because what goes around comes around. That's a true saying. What goes around comes around. But if you can fight those demons, and you could, like, fight off being that no good piece of shit, no good dog of a father, if you could fight that off and live right and live pure, then why not? Like, we're all not we all have our flaws. None of us out here are perfect. None of us. Like, for myself, like, I start these J Spot, episodes through Facebook Live, but I'm not perfect. But what I can share is life lessons that I've been through, life experiences that I've been through, because I wouldn't want nobody to go through what I went through. And if I could fix the next man, or if I could fix the next young lady, why not? If I could speak something positive into the next boy growing up, or the next woman growing up, young lady growing up, why not? Why not? Because at the end of the day, I would feel good knowing I helped someone, opposed to me knowing I treated someone like shit, or I talked negative to them or talked down to them. Like, I would really feel good at the end of the day knowing I've talked positive to the youth, or to someone growing up, or to someone who needs my help or advice. That's a good feeling when you give out good advice. It's a good feeling. And then, your blessings come back. Like, your blessings just come out of nowhere. Like, out of nowhere. So that's why, I'm starting I started these episodes of Jay's Spot. That's why I go so hard, pushing this movement, because I want my episodes, and I want what I'm preaching to hit home, to hit someone, to soften someone's heart. If someone's doing wrong, I want to, to soften their heart, and they be like, yo, I don't want to do this no more. I want to live right. Like me, myself, I'm trying to live right. I'm trying to live right. And like I said, none of us are perfect. We can't do it overnight. We can't do it in a week. We can't do it in a month. It really takes time. For some people, it takes months. Some people, they might even have to seek counseling, like get help. Because a lot of things you can't do on your own. You need help for some situations you go through in life. You need help. Now, you might think you could do it on your own, but next thing you know, when it get a little tough for you, you fumbling, and you get a little antsy, because it's not easy. It's really not easy. It's not easy. So, that's what I'm at with this. And some women that I've talked to about this episode, about this topic also, they straight up kept it real with me. They was like, yo, I don't want my daughter to date a man like her father. And I'm like, what do you mean? And they like, what? That he was talking to me and talking to his other baby mother, and then his other baby mother. Like, why would I want my daughter to date someone like him? And I'm listening. I'm like, yo, you got a point there. You really have a point there. And some of the the women, they were like, if I could get my daughter to date someone like myself, but just in a man's form, I would rather that. I was a little, lost when the young lady was not young lady, but when the person was talking to me about it, and I was like, okay. But then, I let it sit in my brain. I'm like, okay, I see where she's coming from. I really see where she was coming from. Now, I mean, it's like I said, it's not easy. It's not easy as a man to, change his ways. Like, you have some men out here that are really fighting demons. Like, they're fighting the biggest demon in their life, and that's the man in the mirror. The man they wake up and look in the mirror at every morning or every night before bed. Like, it's real out here. It is really real out here. But, oh, it's 9:08. Yeah, but it was something else I wanted to bring to the table. I just can't think of it at the moment. But yeah, like, it's all about change. Like, as a man, if there's a possibility, you have kids, or you're gonna have kids, you could get hit with a daughter. And you gotta be that right. You gotta be that, because remember, like they say, a daughter's first love is her father. Now, you don't want your daughter to love you and knowing you a piece of shit. You don't want that. Because then as your daughter get older and she realizes and she finds out the real you, she gonna be like, yo, I was loving a piece of shit all my life. And then you got to deal with that as the father. You got to deal with that. So it's not easy, man. It's not easy. It's not easy. I'm terribly sorry. It was something else I wanted to bring to the table, but I can't remember it. And it was an interesting point. I just can't remember it right now. To my viewers, well, at the moment I got 2 viewers right now. Now I got 3 viewers. Now I'm back to 2 viewers. To my viewers that's watching, if you could click that share button and share this topic to your Facebook friends, and I want to hear some feedback to this topic. Like, would you want your daughter to date a man like you? Like, I want to hear, like, how do you feel about that? Do you think it's a good thing your daughter should date a man like you? Do you think it's a bad thing your daughter should date a man like you? Like, how you feel about that? Some people feel, they want their daughter to date a man like them. Some people feel, no, I don't want my daughter to date a man like me, like myself. So, like, I want to hear, like, your feedback on it. I guess tonight I caught, a lot of my viewers, they got caught up. But, it's all love. I salute all those who tune in the previous weeks. And I salute all those who gonna still be rocking with me. I'm so sorry. It was a point I wanted to make, but it disappeared from my head. You doing a good job with the J spot. Both you and Bhavani Diamond, Love Doctor. Positive dialogue is needed within our community. Too much negativity, not enough positivity. That's true. That's true. That's why I'm like I said, Brown, like I'm starting. That's why I wanted to start this whole J spot, because it is too much negativity out here. Too much. And it's not enough positivity. And the way how this generation is going right now, it's like the negativity is overpowering the positivity. And it's bad. It's really bad, because it's too many. Every time you turn around, it's too many young black males getting murdered, going to jail, getting hit with zip code numbers. You hear me? Zip code numbers. Like, and all of it could be avoided if they was just pointed in the right direction. If they had the right guidance, if they had the right people in their corner helping them. All of it could be avoided. Yeah. I read the comment. Yeah, that's what I'm actually referencing to right now. Like, it's too much negativity that's taking over and not enough positivity. And growing up, as a kid, being negative was cool. Granted, we all went through it. Doing dumb shit, excuse my language, doing dumb shit was cool. Like dumb shit, throwing eggs off the roof, throwing eggs at people you don't know, like throwing water balloons at people you don't know, throwing water balloons at construction workers, or throwing eggs at the bus. We all did dumb shit. But as you grow up, well, correction. For my generation, it was okay. Not okay, but for my generation, we would do it, but then we'll stop, because then, we know we could hurt someone or whatever the case may be. But nowadays, with this generation we have here, these little kids out here don't care. Like they'll do stuff straight up to you and don't give two fucks. Excuse my language. They won't give two fucks if they hurt someone. And that's why I want my messages and my episodes to hit the right people. That's why I say constantly, like, share the episodes. Like, click that share button. Hit the thumbs up. Hit the heart. Like, let me know, like, you feeling what I'm saying. Like, you feeling it. Because, like, it's a lot of smart people out here in the world, but they keep all their smarts to themselves and they don't share it. And, you know, like, all these kids out here, they just lost. They lost, and like we need to get them back. Like we need to pull them back. We need to, you know, come together as a community and bring stuff for these kids out here. Like when summertime come, we need to, like, you know, if we could get funded to get gyms or to get schools open up for these kids to have something to do, so they don't have to be out there on these corners, or they don't have to be out here holding a pack selling for someone that they call their big homie. Like these kids are being guided the wrong way. They're going down the wrong direction, and the direction they're going down is for destruction. Oh no, Brown. Nah, I didn't see that comment. I'm sorry, I didn't see that comment. Lynette, thank you for tuning in. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, that's all I could do is like I'm gonna tell it. Like you know, I was once a kid. Like I did dumb shit. I grew up from it. But this generation we have now, like they're not growing up from it. It's like they're just getting more and more ruthless and crazy. And it's bad because you have some people out here that they have a low tolerance for bullshit. Like if you cross them, they're not even gonna try to fight with you. They're gonna just kill you. And they'll deal with the consequences and the repercussions after. But that's the point I'm trying to make. It don't need to get to that point. Like these kids need to have more respect. They need to respect their elders. And they need to do better. They really do need to do better. Now I know it sounds like I went a little off topic with the topic at hand, but you know, I get into my feelings a little when it comes to topics with kids and growing up, because it's too many funerals out here nowadays, and there shouldn't be all these funerals. It should be graduations. It should be achievement awards. It should be, you know, it should just be positivity out here. It shouldn't be all this negativity. And these fools out here nowadays favoring the negativity over the positivity. That's very true. Lynette. We do need to go back in the old days. And this generation, if we could bring this generation back into the old days, and when I say back to the old days, you know, like I'm talking like the 90s. Like I don't know, you know, your age range, Lynette, but you know, for me, I'm talking like the early 90s. Like I had fun growing up. In my generation, in my era. Like we played manhunt, we played freeze tag, we played football in the street, we played basketball on milk crates. Like I had fun. Like my childhood was really a fun childhood. It was really a fun childhood. Like I have no regrets about my childhood. But with these kids nowadays growing up, like these kids growing up, they're favoring the wrong shit. They're favoring being a scammer. They're favoring being a stick-up kid. They're favoring gangs. Like they're favoring all of the wrong shit. Okay. So yeah, 49. So yeah, you know, like this generation needs to go back in the days. For me, it was the 90s. So, you know, for you, we're not going to put it out there, but you know, it could be for the 80s or the 70s, but yeah. And like, I have older brothers and sisters, and hearing them talk about their upbringing and growing up, like it sounded like they had a fun childhood as well. Like this generation, this childhood these kids are growing up in is tarnished because they're favoring and they're idolizing the wrong shit. And the wrong shit that they're idolizing is shit that's damn near getting them killed. Or if it's not getting them killed, it's damn near getting them zip code numbers for time. Like you like I don't know how people take it, but I mean when I say that, I don't know how people feel when they hear like they have a family member that get hit with like 100 years or get hit with 200 years. And then you're only in your early 20s. Now, you know, and the judge know you ain't going to live that long, but to hear time like that, like, that alone, just hearing it scares me. So that's why I'd rather do the right thing. I'd rather do the right thing. Now, granted, if I get put in a predicament and I got to defend myself, God forbid, which I pray that day or time never comes, and I got to do what I got to do, then so be it. I got to do what I got to do. But I'm not going to just go out there and look for trouble. Like, that's something I'm not going to do. Because it's like they say, trouble is easy to get into, but it's hard to get out of. And that's a true saying. Like, trouble is easy to get into. You can get into trouble just like that. But to get out of trouble, man, you got to go through lawyers. You got to go through evidence. You got to go through investigations. Like, it's crazy. And I want no parts of that. And I learned from my older peers why I don't want no parts of that. That's why for me, I can honestly say, like, I grew up without catching a criminal record. I mean, in the line of work that I do, I can't have a criminal record anyway. But I'm honestly blessed to say that I grew up and didn't catch a criminal record. A lot of kids can't say that. Well, not kids, but a lot of men in my age can't say that. Yeah, that's very true, Lynette. We do need to help these young parents today. We do. Like, I don't know what where you reside at, like what borough or what state, but I'm out here in Brooklyn or whatever the case is, and just last week, a mother, she was like 22, I believe, she beat her son with a broomstick because he dropped the egg on the floor. Just because he dropped an egg on the floor, she beat her son with a broomstick. And then I guess like when she realized what she did, like, you know, after it all settled in, she was saying she's sorry. She's a monster. Look what she did to her son. Blah, 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 blah. Not saying blah, blah, blah to saying it don't matter, but, you know, like, because I don't know the full story of everything, but that's the main points that I caught. Okay, you in Maryland. Okay. But yeah, like, these young parents out here, like, they need not to have kids if they know, you know, they don't have patience. And dealing with children, like, you have to have patience. Like, yeah, you're going to get sometimes, like, you won't want to go in the room and scream and just do that. If that's what you got to do, do it. If you got to go in the room, take a pillow and cover your mouth and scream and shout, do it. But don't try to kill your kids. Don't try to kill your kids. But Lennon, I'm thank you for you and the couple of viewers that I have tuned in. But I don't know if you caught the topic at hand tonight, but the topic basically I was talking about, like, it was like for men, like, would you let your daughter date someone like you? Like, you know, for the men, like, if you're a piece of shit, if you're a cheater, you're a player, you a dog, you a abuser, you everything in the book that's not good. Like, would you let your daughter bring a man home that's just like you? And one of my weekly viewers, you know, he brought some good points. Yeah, he brought some good points about the topic. You're right. I have three sons out there. Yeah, like yeah, it's not easy as well. And you have three boys. So I know that's a challenge for you. But by the grace of God, everything is all possible by the grace of God. So you doing it, you doing a great job at it. So God gonna see you through it. The Lord gonna see you through it. But yeah, it's not easy. It's really not easy nowadays. It's not easy raising kids. Period. Oh, I said kids. Yeah, men. Yeah, it's not easy. Raising, kids, men, little girls, young women. It's not easy because, like they say, like it takes a village to raise a child. It really do take a village to raise a child. So, it's not easy. It's not. Some people have help. Some people don't have help. And the people that have help, some take advantage of it. And there's people out there that's dying for help and can't get the help. But then you have the people that have the help and they taking advantage of it. And it shouldn't be like that. It really shouldn't. Yeah, trust me, Lynette. I know. Trust me. I know it's not easy. I know. I mean, I'm just trying. I'm trying to hope my messages, get to the right people. It can help the right person. I'm just trying. There's nothing wrong with trying. I'd rather know that I went down trying opposed to rather knowing I didn't try and I'm regretting it, saying like, what if I would have tried? No, I tried, so I know that I tried, so I feel good knowing that I tried. If that makes any sense. Sound a little confusing coming out, but yeah, man, it's not easy. This world we live in is not easy. And then, with this new president we have, like we don't know what we have in store. What we gonna hear, when we wake up one morning, or we don't know what to expect. But we just gotta put it in the man up above in his hands and let him guide us through it. And he'll see us through it. But I'm gonna get ready to cut my episode short. Not short, but it's going on 9:30. I want to thank you for my viewers for tuning in once again. I'm here every Tuesday, 8:30 p.m. Every Tuesday, 8:30 p.m. And I appreciate those, who tuned in. I mean, Lynette, you're right. You're right. It brings tears to my eyes. It brings tears to my eyes, and it hurts because, these kids didn't ask to be here. They didn't ask to be here. So it's like, it hurts to see the direction these kids are going, and, they have people around them that's just sitting there not trying to help them. So it really do hurt. So you're not the only one. Like, it really hurts me, especially with like daughters. Like, it hurts me to see fathers out here knowing they got daughters and they don't care two fucks about them. Excuse my language, but it's the truth. So many kids out here don't have no fathers in their lives, and they don't have nobody to help them or teach them or to guide them. So look what they're doing. They're running to the streets. They're running to the streets, and it's sad because they run to the streets, and then you have these people who claiming to be the big homie of the block, or the enforcer of the block, and they just staring them down an even more darker path. And that darker, deeper path is like either death or jail. And it's sad. Make it happen, bro. If you touch one, you did an excellent job. If you do something positive, many flee and run away. People cling to negative, not positive. That's true, Brown. It is. And that's sad. It's sad that people cling to negative and not positive. That's the part that bugs me out. That's the part that really bugs me out. Like, people cling to the negative and not the positive. That's crazy. But, Brown, I salute you for tuning in, man. I salute you for tuning in every week since I started. And I'm on episode 10. So I salute you, for everything, for sharing the episodes, your feedback on my topics. Like, I salute you without a doubt. But I'm gonna get out of here now, and I'm back here next Tuesday, 8:30. Jay's spot, bringing that positive message. So I'll catch you guys next Tuesday, 8:30 p.m. Oh, before I go, if there's anything you want to talk about, anything you want me to talk about, you're always welcome to send me an email to my email. That's actorjrichards@gmail.com. Once again, that's actorjrichards@gmail.com. Shoot me an email, anything you want me to talk about, and we get it up here on an episode. Make it one of the topics. But thank you for tuning in, everyone, and I'll catch you guys next Tuesday. Salute.